Welcome, everyone, to Young at Heart, nursery rhymes, children's stories, songs, poems to keep us all young at heart. I'm Father James DeLucia with the Paulist Fathers. This is session number 41. And let's get right to it. I have 3 Mother Goose rhymes for us today. I do apologize, I'm a little late in the day making this recording, but it was my laundry day. And I had to take my turn when the washing machines were available and the dryers were available. And so it kept me going up and down our stairs for quite a bit until I finally got it all done and folded neatly and put away. So I waited till after dinner to record these poems for you. And here we go. Good King Arthur. When good King Arthur ruled this land, he was a goodly king. He stole 3 pecks of barley meal to make a bag pudding. A bag pudding the king did make, and stuffed it well with plums, and in it put great lumps of fat as big as my 2 thumbs. The king and queen did eat thereof, and noble ones beside. And what they could not eat that night, the queen next morning fried. Doesn't need much commentary other than it's important to use our leftovers and not be wasteful. Why he was a good king and how he had to steal the barley meal is beyond me. I mean, a king could just command someone to bring him. But I guess he had a little bit of young at heart in him, and he snuck into the mill and took some of the barley meal before it would be brought to him by the court chef. That's giving him the benefit of the doubt, isn't it? The next is 3 Blind Mice, and this one goes back to the late 1700s, and it wasn't put into nursery rhymes for children until the middle of the 19th century. For some reason, it was something that adults like to chuckle over. It's so it seems. And of course, it very quickly became associated with a little tune that's perhaps the best known round throughout the whole world. So first we'll give you the text and then we'll try it as a round. You help too. 3 blind mice, 3 blind mice. See how they run? See how they run. They all ran after the farmer's wife, who cut off their tails with a carving knife. Did you ever see such a sight in your life as 3 blind mice? Now the tune, you know. 3 blind mice, 3 blind mice. See how they run, see how they run. They all run after the farmer's wife, who cut off their tails with a carving knife. Have you ever seen such a sight in your life as 3 blind mice? 3 blind mice. Now, when it goes as a round, it means I sing the first line, 3 blind mice, 3 blind mice. And you start 3 blind as I sing, see how they run, see how they run. Are you ready to try it? All right, here I'll go. I'll start. You have to just join in after. Okay, here we go. 3 blind mice, 3 blind mice, 3. See how they run, see how they run. They all run after the farmer's wife, who cut off their tail with a carving knife. Have you ever seen such a sight in your life as 3 blind mice, 3 blind mice? Did you do it? Should just be finishing. Okay, a little sense of it. It should go like this. Now, maybe you're home alone, and after I'm through, you'll want to try and create that sense of round. So all you have to do is go 3 blind mice, 3 blind mice, 3 blind mice, 3 blind. See how they see how they see how they run. They all run after the farmer. They all run after the run. Da 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 da. Well, see how you can do. Now, Yankee Doodle Dandy is an American rhyme, which probably makes sense, but it was extremely popular in England and in Canada in around 1760. So this is before the American Revolution, but when the colonies were already starting to get a little restless. And we often wonder about this Yankee Doodle. Why does he put, when he puts a feather in his cap, why does he call it macaroni? It's not a reference to pasta or anything to do with the Italians. What macaronis, actually was a term to refer to young English men who traveled abroad quite a bit and they had quite an affect. They were very affected. They wanted to show off all their knowledge and perhaps other languages and probably their wonderful clothes that they got in major cities of Europe. So they were called macaronis. So that's why he's calling the feather in his hat macaronis. He's trying to imitate these affected English gentlemen. Who knew? I didn't, but it came from a book that I have called The Oxford Dictionary of Nursery Rhymes. And the editors are Iona and Peter Opie, O-P-I-E. They're famous scholars of children's literature in England. So, now that you know why we're saying macaroni, let's go with the poem. Yankee Doodle came to town, riding on a pony. He stuck a feather in his hat and called it macaroni. Yankee Doodle came to town, Yankee Doodle Dandy. He stuck a feather in his cap and called it sugar candy. Yankee Doodle, keep it up, Yankee Doodle Dandy. Mind the music and the step, and with the girls be handy. So we have dandy, sugar candy, and handy, all rhyming together. And of course you know this tune as well. Yankee Doodle. Oh, you know what's good? Let's do a little march so we get some exercise, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yankee Doodle came to town just to ride a pony. Stuck a feather in his cap and called it macaroni. Yankee Doodle came to town, Yankee Doodle Dandy. Stuck a feather in his cap and called it sugar candy. Yankee Doodle, keep it up, Yankee Doodle Dandy. Mind the music and the step, and with the girls be handy. Yankee Doodle went to London just to ride the pony. Stuck a feather in his cap and called it macaroni. Yankee Doodle, keep it up, Yankee Doodle Dandy. Mind the music and the step, and with the girls be handy. There. And I added London to it, although that's not what's in print here, but that gives us even more of a sense of why that feather is macaroni. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. Stay healthy, keep safe, and God bless. Good night, everyone.